Hi everyone. I want to show you some paper I received to work with from Country Craft Creations. This is an Authentique collection called Scholastic. She thought it would be good for me being I teach school. So I'm just going to run through the papers real quick with you to show you what they look like. She sent some matching seam binding. So at Country Craft Creations, they have tons of colors of seam binding, so you can always match the paper that you're working with. And if you're not sure if you've selected the right color, there is a message button that you can go to, and Tammy will let you know if you have selected the color that would match. So that's an awesome feature. And then I also have some of this burgundy red type of it's not really twine, but just a thicker thread, I guess. I don't know. The paper from Authentique, they also have the paper here that she sent that matches. This is a tricycle red, and there's a stripe on one side and a polka dot on the other. This is their Spectrum line of paper, and so when you want to stretch your paper collection, or if it's a not wild, but if it's got a lot of pattern, then it's good to add some of this paper to go with it, just to kind of calm it down a little bit. So the tricycle red matches. This is the Old Glory. And again, it's a stripe on one side and then a polka dot on the other. And then the third color is Ginger Snap. And there's the polka dot side. Again, that's called Spectrum, and Tammy carries that in the store also at Country Craft Creations. So, like I said, this is called Scholastic, and so it's a school-themed paper. And this is the sticker sheet that goes with it. And so there's some really cute things that you can do. I love the banners that they include that have the words spelled out. I always like to use banners somewhere in my album if I can. But the A is for Apple, You Made the Cut, Last Day of School, First Day of School, So Very Smart. So this would be a good album as, you know, like if you're doing a graduation gift and you're going to show pictures throughout your child or the person's school, their education. This would be a good collection. For teachers. They take those yearly pictures, so if you just want to keep a collection in one spot, the pictures all in one spot, this would be a good one. So this has some really cute stickers on here. Okay, so the paper collection is so adorable. The first one here, you know that they have quotes on the bottom of their paper, and this is a quote that I like a lot. It's by Yates, and it says, "Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire." I like that. And then there's a blue floral on the back, but the colors, you know, are real primary type colors. There's some stars. And then on the other side is like the lined paper. It's the yellow, like the legal pad. This just has a variety of the colors. It's just kind of a random design, but it's good to add with the other pictures. So this is a navy and white, and it just has different things that kids might do on a playground. And there's a school bus in there too. So this is one of my favorites, both the front and the back of this one. So just a lot of items related to school, like a bike with books in the front. It's like you're riding your bike to school. There's a desk, a typewriter, a globe, an apple, scissors, a thermos, glasses. So a little bit of everything. And then on the other side are glasses. And the reason why I like that is just because now that I'm older, I have to wear readers a lot of times when I'm looking at the kids' papers. And so perfect for me. Okay. These are pencils and the alphabet, the manuscript alphabet on the primary paper, both uppercase and lowercase. Can't have a education collection without having apples, so that's what's on this side. And then we have the gingham on the other side, which is blue and white. And when I say white, it's not like a pure white, but it is more white than cream. Here are some cut-aparts. Homework is done. Look, I like their vintage-looking kids in this picture. The lunchbox. I remember some of the lunch boxes I had when I was a kid. One of them was Mickey Mouse Club. Oh, those were the good old days. A flashcard, star student, best friends, notable moments, the ruler, the periodic table of elements, map. So all, different subjects, the ABCs. So that's really cute. And then just a polka dot on the back with different colors. Oh, I separated these somehow. So there's another cut apart sheet, and the back has like forms that you would use, old time report cards, things that you might find in an agenda or library card, notes home, a crossword, the lesson assignment, like for teachers making lesson plans, field notes, the report card, the library card, class schedule. So those are cute. And then you have more cut aparts on this side. So you can take a look at those. This one says, hey there, smarty pants. That's funny. This book belongs to... So this would also be good, like if you give teacher gifts, and there for a while, a lot of people were altering and decorating the clipboards, but this paper would be awesome to alter a clipboard with and give it to a teacher for a gift to use to write on, but also you could use it to alter a clipboard where you leave a space in the center room for a picture, so use it more like a frame, they would put on an easel or something. But I just think it's cool. Even if you just gave a teacher a gift and like you put it in a little container with the crinkle paper or the shred, and then you just put one of these cut aparts in there, like that's cool too. So I see a lot of uses for this, maybe because I am a teacher, but I love this. And I think that it's going to be really cute. And I'm going to make a project where I really had to think about, okay, what would I use as a teacher that's not just for cute, but is something I would really use. And so I'm going to be making a type of folio that has monthly calendars, and they're not going to be real big. And then also I'm going to get composition notebooks, and I'm going to have them cut in half because I don't need the whole composition notebook because I'm going to do one per month. But I do want a half of one so that I can take notes, whether it's during meetings, notes on my lessons, websites that I have found, but I want to have one for each month. I also am going to want a pocket where I can store some papers. So I don't want it to be too small because papers are 8.5 by 11. And then I also know that as a teacher, I use different color of pens all the time. So I want a place that's got like an accordion pocket, so it's not thin, where I can put different colors of pens. I'm not going to need a place for sticky notes. Just a basic folio for basically note-taking. So that's what I plan on making. But there will be 12 different booklets that I make with the composition notebooks. So that's what's coming down the pike here. You know what? Let me show you. You're going to hear some crinkling. Sorry, I know that's loud and obnoxious. But this was just a composition notebook, and I purchased it at a store, and then the store I bought them at, they cut them in half for you. So I bought 6, which gave me 12. So it's going to be just a half of a composition notebook, which is plenty of room to write. And when the store did it, you don't have that rough edge. If I were to do it with an X-Acto knife or something, it might not be straight or it'd be jaggedy. So this worked out really well. So that's what my plan is. I hope you check out this paper line. It's adorable. Countrycraftcreations.com is where you can find it. If you have questions, leave them below in the comment box. I appreciate you watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I do put a lot of tutorials and project shares and design team hauls on my channel, so I think you'll find it a good place to visit once in a while. Have a good day, everyone, and thanks for watching. I decided to go ahead and hook on the project share at the end of the haul video just so you could see what I ended up coming up with. So things always change a little bit once you start working on your project, and so originally I said I was going to make a folio, which I did, but I said I was going to make 12 notebooks, and that was kind of pushing it, so I ended up only doing 4 so far, but I might end up doing 6. But this is the folio that I came up with using the paper line called Scholastic. This is going to be where I take notes this year at meetings and stuff. So the measurement of this book is 8.5 by 5, and I have a spine that measures about 2 1/4. I did use a 2-inch piece of chipboard, but once you cover it and stuff, it gets a little bit bigger. And then there's the back. So I just thought I would walk through real quick and show you what it looked like, the final project that I came up with. This has a magnetic closure. I did want some excitement on the top, like some 3-dimensional things, but I didn't want it to get in the way of writing and, you know, opening and closing all the time. So I do have 3 buttons here that I incorporated some of that reddish colored thread in. I don't know if you can see that. And then I have a couple flowers over here with a bow. So that shouldn't get in the way of anything. This is a sticker. This was from the paper. And then I do have a magnetic closure. Now this closure is actually a piece of craft text rather than paper. Craft text is like a paper and a fabric kind of together, and I just think it's more durable, and so because I'm going to be opening and closing it a lot, I thought that would be a smart choice. So when you open it, I put a binder, the 2-ring binder thing. It's a Tim Holtz. I don't know if I have it to show you, but I'll show you in the tutorial what I used. But this is perfect size. It's a small one, and I had some plastic sleeves that worked perfectly, but the holes were in the wrong place, so I had to put black paper on the end and repunch the holes so that they were in the right place. These calendars are not the ones I'm going to keep, but I put them in here just so you could show how I was going to use this. So this flips to the side, and I just have the different calendars for each month of the year. Like I said, I don't like the way these look, so I'll get different ones, but I have 6 sleeves, no, I have 5 sleeves and 10 months worth of calendars. So I didn't get May in there, but, or did I put them in wrong? Yep, I put them in wrong. I should have April then May. So anyway, that's the top, and then this is empty. If you wanted, you could put some sort of pocket on the end and slide something in if you needed to, but I didn't think that would be, I didn't need anything. So that's the top. I do have 2 hinges in this book, and so the hinges hold 2 different types of pages. The first one is kind of like an accordion pocket. You can see that there's some depth here, and at the bottom there's a little bit. And I did not put a magnetic closure just because I'm going to be using this all the time, and I didn't want to have to deal with a ribbon closure or what have you. So because I also use a lot of paper clips, I thought I would just use a paper clip to keep it closed. So I will just slide this on, and then it will kind of stick off to the side a little bit, which is fine with me, but it keeps it closed. And then if I need a paper clip, I have one. So this just opens up. So it's a stretchy pocket because I use different colored pens, and I thought I could put all my pens in here. I could even put in sticky notes in here or something. And I just used a cut apart in some of the papers, but I thought that's going to be handy. On this page, it's just a belly band, or 2 belly bands put together so that I can hold like note cards and stuff. So if I find a piece here, I just have a piece of paper here that I can show you what I'm talking about. If I can pull that out here. This is obviously too big. Oh, that's way too big. Hold on. Where is a small piece of paper? Here we go. So note cards. I can write something down, and then I can just stick it in like so. I can tuck it behind both of the belly bands if I want to. It can hold sticker sheets. We have these printed forms that we fill out for positive notes. I can stick some of those in there. So I thought that would be helpful. This is plain. I'll probably put another paper clip on here like so. And then I can just have papers laying here and paper clip them on if I know I'm going to be needing them. So I didn't do anything with that page. I just left it plain, and because I liked the paper design. And then this one is a repeat of the other one. It's just a double belly band, so I can tuck things inside. Having 2 of them, I teach 2 different courses, so I could do one for one math class and then use this one for the other math class. But this is the part that I'm the most excited about down here. I showed you in the haul video that I took composition notebooks and had them cut in half. And originally I said I was going to do 12. Well, no, that's kind of, for me, I didn't need that many. So I've made 4. Like schools are usually by quarters, and so I thought, oh, 1 a quarter. My school, however, is Hexters. We go every 6 weeks, but so I just made 4 for right now. I have more notebooks though if I need to add some. But I just decorated the cover, real easy. I just started layering papers and the stickers and added a few embellishments, not a lot. But the good thing is, because it opens to the side, it's going to be easy to write and not have anything get in the way. Even this little flap thing here doesn't really get in the way when I'm writing. The only thing I did, I just kind of paper pieced this one because I didn't want to waste any paper, but this has an opening right here so you can stick something in here also. So that's that. Now I did go ahead, and this is the pocket that it slides into, and I did decorate the inside back cover and the bottom back cover just because if I take it out and use it, I wanted it to look nice, but you wouldn't have to do that. But this notepad should last quite a bit, quite a while. And then I did make some more, so I'll show you those also. This one can replace the other one once it's full. And I just used a cut apart ribbon, buttons, cut apart, fussy cut one of the apples, and use some seam binding. You have to leave these kind of flat. And then on the inside I did the same thing. I just made sure I had a pocket so that if I need to add something in there, I can. And then I didn't do anything with the pages just because I'm going to use those for notes. Let me get that out of the way. There's this one. It says Star Student. 3 buttons with the ribbon, the twine type stuff that I was sent. Kind of made a little bow behind each one. And there's a sticker on the side here. And then on the inside I have a pocket. I did the backs on all of them and the back cover. And the fourth one, I love the manuscript paper in the back, but I have a couple bows on here. This is the signature or the saying on the paper line. It says, "Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire." So I always like to use those somewhere when I use Authentique paper. And I had these 3-dimensional chalkboard circles that I put on there, and I fussy cut the apples, and then I just backed some of these cutouts on some of the spectrum paper. And then on the inside I had made sure I had a pocket. So beneath here is my pocket on this one, like so. And I did do the back cover inside and outside. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a very useful folio for me this school year. I would think it would, because I designed it knowing what I would need. So there will be a tutorial on this. I have a Texas retreat to go to for Country Craft Creations, but after the retreat I will come back and get the tutorial uploaded for you. So now you can kind of see what the paper looks like in action. So again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.